take me out, not gon' steal my thunder. Crisis won the victory, I'm not going under. Trouble's not gon' steal my shine, get back worried far behind. Life won't get the best of me, I'm still standing, yeah.
DJ T1 in the mix. Now you know.
Hi, back in the Big Ten. I'm talking sports with the fans, Ron, Hedges, and Danny, Dayz. We just got finished chopping it up about the semifinals. Now we're chopping up about the finals. So first and foremost, give me how you think the series is gonna go. Wait. Disclaimer. Don't say who you think and don't fit it unless we go reveal our picks at the end. I think everybody on the show already knows what I'm going to do, so we ain't got to worry about that. Before we get on, how you think the finals are going to go, man?
Yeah, I think the finals, I'm going to try to, I don't know how much, but I'm going to try my best to, not give it away as far as who I think is going to win. But I think that, you're looking at a 6-7 game series. Two very talented teams. Now you have a team in the Spurs who's, kind of been there, done that, especially coming off of last year's loss. They have that motivation factor. And just to see them make it to this place again, the year after, a lot of people were kind of questioning, man, how are they going to bounce back from that? It was so devastating. But, Pop is the greatest coach in the game. I don't think anybody could argue that. Probably top 5 all time, I would definitely say. You got a Hall of Famer in Tim Duncan. Probably 3 legit Hall of Famers. Tim Duncan, Manuel, and Parker, and, those 3 make up that nucleus. Now you got role players who are stepping up like you didn't do last year. You got Boris Diaw, who's kind of emerged. You have Patty Mills, who's looking like a viable backup for Parker. If they ever need to give him some rest and give some time. So you got players, along with Splitter. You got Danny Green, even though he doesn't exist when you go on the road. But he could be at home. Danny Green is going to be a problem. And I think it's going to be a good matchup. That's the best way that I can put it. I'm looking for LeBron to be LeBron, obviously. D-Wade is healthier than what he's been in a long time. He looks good. I think a lot of the battles are going to be, going on inside in the paint, which has always been somewhere that Miami is kind of lacking. You got better big men that can actually pass the ball. You got shooters. Miami has shooters. I mean, it's really hard to say. I think it's really going to be a great matchup, to say the least.
Okay. All right. What you think?
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey, Erick just broke down the whole series right there. It's no need for me to give any straight analysis or anything. So I'm gonna be real quick with mine. He was not committal on the 6 and 7 games. I'm telling y'all right now, you can push it. It's on the radio. 6 games. This is going 6 games. It's going to end in South Beach. 6 games, and Drake is going to be there. Drake is going to be there with the Miami Heat shirt on. So you know what?
Exactly. As if he didn't have a Toronto shirt on.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I watched the Toronto series, and I was wondering if Drake was trying to coach.
Yeah.
Drake got a T-shirt of every team in the NBA just in case they winning it.
Just in case, so he can get in that locker room for whatever reason.
I give my unbiased opinion on this series, and this is just I'm gonna give you my sports opinion because I love sports, and outside of I root for teams in sports, but I love them. I can watch any kind of sports. And, I think the Spurs are better than they were last year in the sense that they have Ginobili and Chelsea, and maybe they got the role players that are willing to step up. My only 2 questions with the Spurs is Tim Duncan 100% and it's Tony Parker 100%. If they are both going in not 100%, there's no shot for the Spurs team to compete with this. Because you're going to have all of them at 100% to compete with the series. Do I think LeBron, the Pacers team kind of built them for what they're going to face in San Antonio? Maybe so, not as much as the ball movement, but I think they'll be ready for it. I think San Antonio will utilize Tim Duncan's low post ability. What I'm wondering is if Tim Duncan is at like the last year or so of his career, even his last year, you know what I'm saying, if they win it all since he retired or not. So I don't know. I don't know how old Stokes is. He got to be like 39, maybe 40. But
yeah, those guys, they seem to be the only cats that got, like, other time is almost like not really undefeated when it comes to the Spurs, because those guys, like, I don't know how they do it. They just play old AU, not even AU, but YMCA basketball. You know, the 40-year-old guy with the headband that keeps the shots, and you don't know how he does it. Like, that's the Spurs team. I will say this about the Heat, and the one thing that, you know, it's either the Heat's fault or anybody's fault, but they haven't been tested yet in this postseason. They run through the Bobcats. Brooklyn wins one game, and then they deal with the Indiana Pacers, who were a shell of themselves, you know, soft as putty, like all of them except for West and Stevenson. So you got a team who's kind of, I don't want to say coasted, but, you know, you kind of been sprinting, you know, to the postseason, and, you know, you got the Spurs right out the gate, 7-game series, you know, against Dallas, which I think that series right there out the gate woke him up. Like, okay, this is the postseason. We in the postseason now. And
Eric,
yeah.
You know, I was going to tell you, man, to me, I think that means everything in the world, and I just don't, that's the part of it, honestly, that's more of a question mark for me, just because this is maybe another discussion for another day. I don't like the way that the playoffs are laid out right now, because the West is so tough, you know, and I know we go through swings like this where the East has been the dominant conference and whatnot, but to me, I think it hurts San Antonio slightly that they had to go through such a tough playoff. So it's like if you take the Dallas Mavericks, which is the 8th seed in the East, they would have been the 3rd seed they were the 8th seed in the West. They would have been the 3rd seed in the East, and probably would have went to the conference finals. Not saying they would beat the Heat, but I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, every team in the West won 51 games or more, and the East had 2 teams that won over 50 games. And it's just one of those things where when you're Miami, I think it's to your benefit that you've kind of been able to coast, but at the same time, you haven't had to really give up for anybody as much, maybe a game or two for Indiana. But San Antonio's been up since game 1 in Dallas when they lost. You know what I'm saying? So
you ever wonder if that is playing more games of value or is it detriment? You know what I mean? Because if you're an older, I don't know. Do you really want to play that many games? You know what I'm saying? Or do you? And the benefit of the Heat, I think it's beneficial to play. You know, what you play 4, 8, 12, maybe 17 games, 16 games. If you play that less of games, is your team well rested enough? You know what I'm saying? Or is everybody? And now everybody's healthy. You see what I'm saying?
So for Miami, I think it helps.
Yeah.
Miami's healthy, and I think the thing too with Greg Popovich, and I mean it sounds so easy to just go to Greg Pop, like he's the answer, like Greg Pop. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen him over the years, and you've seen what he's been able to do with, you know, as my man Charles Barkley likes to say, those geezers. But with those geezers, just they seem to always going to be in the conversation, and they're always going to play a brand of basketball that's just unmatched. And, you know,